Hey guys, welcome to another episode of
Boys, Booze, and Blood.
And this is Edward, known as Beloved Freak.
This is the Beto 00.
This is George, Jug16X.
And today we're having an episode based on the Child's
Play franchise.
So with all the new details of the Buddy, or actually he's known as Chucky still, but we're going as Buddy.
I'm sorry, I don't know about that.
The brand is Buddy.
Who is she?
The
The brand
Buddy.
is Buddy. It's
The
her
brand
brand.
is
That was
Buddy.
actually the original name that was supposed to be. He
Oh,
was
that's
supposed to be
right. I
Buddy.
didn't know that. I don't know.
So it's not
You'll
that
hear our
big of a
thoughts.
deal.
I'm just saying. I don't.
Well,
I'm a little underwhelmed.
I was telling the guys here that there was like a quote unquote teaser, but it wasn't really trending. No one was talking about it. And when I talked to you guys about it, it's been 2 days.
Yeah,
2,
and
3
we were
days.
like, "What are you getting this information
Yeah,
from?"
and
And you're
I-
like, "There's a teaser," and we're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
Nobody's even like interested in it, like Halloween.
Yeah, no one's as invested. I'm pretty sure, like, all across the board that no one's that excited. I think people are intrigued, but they're not excited about it,
Yeah.
so to speak.
So let's get into.
I don't know. Let's get into the Child's Play franchise. So to
part
start
one.
off, let's take a shot
Let's
to
take a shot.
Child's Play.
To Chucky.
Yay,
Chucky.
To Chucky.
And
And so begins. We start with Child's Play.
tequila.
and how it traumatized me.
It's tequila tonight.
Ugh.
I don't know. Beto requested tequila tonight, and I was
For
surprised.
me, not for you guys.
No, I don't know.
That's fine.
When it's tequila, you know it's something special. So
I was just cold.
It's to help with
tequila
the
warms
cold.
the
It
soul.
does.
Yeah.
Tequila for the soul.
So, Child's Play, the first one, a classic.
Uh-huh.
Everybody
Totally.
remembers growing up with it, right? That was
Yes.
the first thing that, like, again, I think I've told this story, but in Mexico, Chucky's really, really
Yes,
big.
I've probably seen it the most in Mexico.
big. In Mexico, yeah, it's really
Yeah.
big. I don't know
We're-
why.
we're-
I don't
we're
know
not-
what
I'm
it
not-
is that we come to connect to, but it was a staple in Mexico. And, like, a kid's rite of passage.
I would say so. It's
'Cause-
weird, huh?
Yeah, because the cousins will be like, okay, I got scared with this movie. Now
Yeah.
we're going to show you. So it's by generation. Like, I showed it to my nephew, but my nephew fucking loves it. But I was terrified back then. But, like, now that I see the movie with brand new eyes and, like,
Yeah.
adult eyes, like, it's a really good movie, I think.
It was like the
It still
Saturday
holds
movie
up.
to watch. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like my parents would go out to the tacos in the bar. And so like I would be at home at my grandmother's house or even my aunt's house in one of the towns, and it would always be on the same channel, the Estrella channel or whatever.
El Canal de las Estrellas.
That one, it had like a star as a logo.
Mhm.
But it would always be either Child's Play 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So it would be, it would be dubbed in Spanish. It would be, even as a kid, it was dubbed horribly, but it was still fun.
But
to
Chucky's
watch.
voice was awesome. And
It was
His
awesome in
screams, I
Spanish,
can
right?
imagine.
But it was just
Yeah.
still scary. And then seeing like obviously the English version is just as scary. It was just fun.
I think it's worth mentioning that whoever dubbed the voice in Spanish, like, can really be Brad Dourif because he sounds the same.
Yes, yeah.
Google, like,
We should Google, yeah.
YouTube
Google
some clips in Spanish and he sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty freaky. But as a story, kid wants a toy. The mom's like, okay, fine, get the what was it? Good guy doll.
Mhm.
You know?
Good doll. Must
we
have.
always wanted a toy as a kid, like a specific toy. Because of Toy Story, I always wanted a Buzz Lightyear. I never got one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, why Buzz and not Woody?
I don't fuck. Because Buzz Lightyear was the shit. Woody was
He's
like
the advanced toy. He was the
alright.
advanced toy. He wasn't the
Sure.
vintage.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was always into the high tech, so I always wanted a Buzz Lightyear. Because I remember when Toy Story came out, they did have the replicas of Buzz Lightyear, and I always wanted one. I just never did.
Wow.
So I'm like, I
And
want
you
a
know
Buzz
what?
Lightyear.
Think about it. Chucky is similar to Buzz. He has the different buttons to talk.
Yeah.
What you call it?
Laser hands.
Well, he didn't. he didn't like,
He can fly.
he interacted.
But yeah, interaction. It's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
interaction
It was
with
interaction.
kids. So it was high tech for the late 80s.
Gotcha. Did you have any toy like that?
Oh,
you
yeah,
really-
oh gosh, yeah. So here's a funny story. So when I was a kid, I don't know if you guys knew there was like a knockoff Chucky looking doll with brown hair.
Mhm.
So my grandma got me that.
Oh.
So all my cousins like, yeah, Edward wants it. I'm terrified of Chucky at this point, and they gave me that as a gift. And
As
I was,
a gag gift, or did you really want it?
no, as a gag gift because
Oh.
I was terrified. I was like at least like 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
So I was terrified of Chucky, and I loved horror movies. I'd watch it, but Chucky just terrified me because of this moment where my cousins would tape a butter knife or a knife to its hand, and they'll lay it around the house to scare me.
Cool.
And one time I fell asleep in our game room, which was like a little den, and when I opened the door, it fell on me. And when I saw the knife in
My
hand,
cousins did the same
yes.
shit to me.
So I like totally ran to the bathroom screaming, and then I closed the door, and then they were like banging the door and trying to open it.
That was so
and then they put the knife under the door and like trying to like stab me through it, and I remember screaming my.
That's so funny. My cousins
Guts
would
out.
rig shit too.
Yeah.
They would
Yeah.
put it on top of the bathroom and put like a doll or a really like ugly Barbie or something that I was afraid of, and they would do that shit to me. I haven't done it to my nephew. Good, like.
Good
Thanks for
idea.
That's a
reminding
good
me.
idea.
That
yeah.
should be a generational thing too.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of the
I'll
doll?
pass
'Cause
it
it does
down.
sound familiar.
I don't remember it. I just remember it having brown hair and it had like the overalls and the striped shirt.
Because I feel like
It
I
looked
watched
Chucky.
do you remember the VH1 I Love the 80s? Like
Yeah.
they would always review even the toys.
Mhm.
So I remember there was like a similar doll or something like that. So that's why it sounded kind of familiar when you mentioned it. But the only time it was scary I've had like that was like my sister had a bunch of Cabbage Patch dolls.
Well, that's what Chucky came about. It was the population
Yeah.
of the Cabbage Patch Kids, and
My
that's
sister
what I
had
had.
a Cabbage Patch that was pretty scary. Like because I would get up at night to pee and just like I would see the Cabbage Patch in like the living room and I'd be like, fuck, like you know, just
Yeah,
it's
looking
freaky.
at
I mean,
me.
just think about it. Like you have a doll, and it's just all of a sudden the doll starts doing freaky shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much about the kid as like how the adults were getting scared. Because I would get freaked out. Like his
Yeah.
mom would, yell at it, and then I would just imagine like,
Oh, that's
all of a sudden it
scene
came
is
to
ama-
life.
That's it's called Buddy too. Look.
Was it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because my buddy.
yes, that
Real
was it. That
Pal.
was the '80s. My buddy. Yeah.
So that's what. If anybody knows, it's called My Buddy, a Real Pal.
It's a totally '80s thing.
So it's a doll with red overalls and has a striped shirt that's blue, red,
was
yellow,
Chucky.
and had like a bowl haircut that's brown. So that's the doll I had.
That's the scariest
that
part of the
terrified
bowl
me.
yeah, I remember seeing that in one of the episodes of the I Love the '80s. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
that's totally
so that's
where
what
I
I
get it
had.
from. Yeah.
That's what I had, and
I,
that shit's
fucking
terrifying.
scary.
would have freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, I would never like. I was never into dolls anyway. But I had two sisters, so they would get a lot of dolls.
Yeah.
And the life size dolls and the dolls that open their eyes when you put them down, like you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
and they would always like if you stared long enough, like they would move. And there's a movie in Mexico too called Vacaciones de Terror, which is about a scary doll like that.
Wait, say that
and
again?
Vacaciones,
Said it a little
vacaciones
too
de-
fast. I was like,
Vacaciones
there's
de
no
Terror.
subtitles on here, so
But
Anyway, it was a doll too, and like dolls were just scary to me
Yeah,
back then.
they
Like it was
terrified
just
me.
about this. Yeah.
So that's why I stopped playing with dolls and
Mm.
stuff, and I went more for action figures. So I started collecting like my X-Men,
Yeah.
my Batman action figures, and not so much any dolls.
But see, you
anymore.
don't get the same effect with like Barbies or anything like that. 'Cause
No.
it's just.
But then Small Soldiers came out. and
okay,
they-
that was awesome.
different.
That
That
was
was
so
different.
awesome.
Then I started thinking differently. But like, see, I feel like those life size baby dolls, where you get that effect, because because like I played with Barbies.
Or the porcelain
The
dolls.
other thing I did, yeah, the porcelain dolls, all those.
Yeah, or
freaked
the
me out.
porcelain dolls, the same thing. Like with Barbies
Oh,
or
yeah.
action figures, 'cause
We all played with Barbies, George.
You all did.
I made them fuck.
I
but
had my
that's
Ariel
it.
doll.
You made them- I would do their hair for sure. I would practice my braiding on them.
I used to steal my sister's.
I still suck at them, but yeah.
I'd make them scissor, but
And now
Like
I
said,
collect them
was
again.
stupid at
Or
that.
I would act like we were in a group like Timbiriche and stuff,
Yeah.
like RBD. Like I was.
You had to say
That was me. That was me right there.
Oh god.
He said it, brother.
I love RBD. I'm generación de RBD and I'm proud. Anaí forever. Good.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So okay, the first movie, it was
It's
freaky. Like
nostalgic.
to me, Andy as a protagonist, like I liked him.
I love them.
I loved it.
He's even better in the second one, but for the first one, I
yeah.
feel like his mom had the duty to protect him, and she
Duty.
did the. Stupid.
Stop it.
You're so stupid.
It's like Friends.
No, the mom was awesome.
The mom was
Yes.
awesome. Like obviously,
She believed him right away, kind of, right?
No, she didn't believe him. She thought he was just.
Well, not
making
the
up
first
stories.
time, yeah, but
She believed him once.
After the
She was
fire-
like-
the
after
fire-
the
pretty
fight scene.
fast. She believed it pretty fast.
When she saw
Yeah.
the batteries wasn't inside
Yeah.
him, that's what she's like. Oh my
But
god.
no, before that, because she believed them enough to check for the batteries.
Yeah, that's
So
why.
it was just like,
Yeah.
She was like, because she knew that her son wouldn't do that. He wouldn't
Yeah.
act out. Like all of a sudden, why would he be acting out?
Yeah.
So she kind of figures something was happening that
like,
wasn't
let me
him.
check out if
Yeah.
this is true.
Like give him the benefit of the doubt. Like what if?
Yeah.
I agree, and I'm just like the fireplace scene where she kind of like she's in a state of mind where she's losing it. And she's just like, you're freaking me out. She's like, talk.
Yes,
talk.
that scene is
And then it's just
awesome.
all of a sudden he switches and he's like, you fucking bitch. Like, oh, like,
She
oh,
knows,
shit.
she's like, talk to me or I'm gonna fucking burn you or something. You fucking slut, you stupid bitch.
And he's kicking and she's like,
ah! It's
You
so
freaked the
cool.
fuck out,
It
like-
was an amazing scene. And the effects for that age, they
Oh.
were fucking cool.
Oh, they were
As I
great.
said, it holds up.
And they recorded his voice so the doll could match his movements. So that
yeah.
was cool too.
I don't know. As a first movie, it was great. I don't remember how it ended.
The cops believe it to like the cops see everything
it's when they burn,
and they
they
start
burn
like
him. And
they
he
burn
burns
him.
they
Yeah,
shoot
yeah,
him
yeah,
and
yeah.
he's chasing them all burned around the
his
house.
parts,
and
his
stuff.
parts are moving around.
Yeah.
The hand is moving
Oh,
around.
okay, now I remember. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
right.
it takes me a bit because it's been a while since I've seen the first one, but I know it was recent. So, I think the most memorable one I know was the second one. That's why.
I think
Like-
that's one of my favorite
Because like
ones.
the issue with the first, well, my issue with the first one was the voodoo thing. I thought it was just dumb.
Yeah, well,
Like that was like
it had a how do you explain the soul trap?
Trap-
No, I
exactly.
know.
You have to find a way to trap
but,
the
I mean,
soul.
no, I mean like after all that, like the
After.
part where he goes back to the guy who did the voodoo and he does like the voodoo doll.
But we really don't ever see it again, so
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was just a little.
but I
It's
think
like-
it's a great like supernatural
that.
thing to throw into because just
Well,
to-
later on they play it up more, which
Yeah.
I appreciated. But it was just that little. It's kind of like meh.
But it's funny because you couldn't even like okay, what like I'm just gonna tell the people like what I love that you do with your nephew is you fuck with him and you do the chant and he gets so freaked out. I laugh my ass off when he does this
They
shit.
hide the soul.
Like no, he like
the
his
Dumbella.
nephew- exactly, he does the chant and his nephew like runs and freaks the fuck out. Like I'm just like I get a kick out of
It
it.
was funny.
I would do it when it's like raining and there's like thunder or something.
Or like he was playing video games and stuff, and he wouldn't stop. And
Uh-huh.
when I was younger, my mom would tell me if you play after 12, the devil gets you.
Yeah.
So I like turned that on him this time, and like he was like adamant of not turning it, and then I said that, and he fucking threw the remote, and he's like, "No, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed." Like it fucking works. So yeah, scare your kids, people.
Just do some
It
random
works.
satanic chants.
That's all it takes.
But going to Child's Play 2,
Yes.
this is probably my most, aside from Bride, is my most favorite movie just because.
Most
and
favorite.
here's how. Most favorite, whatever. how
Most
the fuck you
smartest.
wanna
Look
say.
at this. Most
This is
smartest.
so
smartest.
good.
The most smartest movie.
It is.
It's my favorite just because I kind of hold it in the same regard as I do Halloween 4 because of Kyle.
Kyle's so
Kyle's
good.
the adopted
Great
sister.
addition.
She's the heroine to me. And I love good heroines. I love bad bitches. I love all that. And I feel like Kyle kind of like took on that role because even when I watched this as younger, I felt like Andy's mom neglected him. I know she's in a insane asylum, but like I'm like, damn, she like left him, and Kyle has to take on that load. So
Like how funny that the mom lost it, but not the kid. The kid is still like
yeah, he's still
lucid, kind of.
yeah.
But then they put it in this what is it, a halfway house? No, what is it?
They put her in a foster home. No?
On a foster home, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's only him and Kyle, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then
in the
the
house,
fact that Kyle's kind of edgy and not like a goody goody and kind of like that called my attention. Like that was the first time that I was like, okay, I fuck with this bitch. Like
Yeah.
she's not like
I saw her as Rachel. That's why I liked her.
Yeah.
Rachel, but Rachel was a goody goody.
Well, Rachel was
She's
so
like
much
no,
better,
she's
but-
like the
Kinda.
punk Rachel.
She was like you said, she had an edge to her.
Yeah.
Mainly because she's been around the foster home cycle where she's like been there, done that.
Wait,
And
Rachel was in foster care too? I thought that
No,
was
no,
her
no,
actual-
no.
Oh,
Rachel,
okay.
Rachel was like.
Oh, sorry, Kyle.
Kyle. Okay,
sorry.
okay.
You got me.
Yeah.
I'm confused with Kyle. Sorry, she was kind of like been around.
She had the edge, yeah.
Yeah, she's been around the foster home, so she's like, oh, they're just waiting for me to be 18 so they can just get rid of me then.
Yeah, she
So that's
knows
what
it.
she was doing. She's like, I'm just doing my thing until I'm 18. But I think that's why she kind of like not into like Andy at first.
Yeah.
But once he started making up the stories with Chucky, she was kind of like, oh, this kid's kind of fun. Let me like fuck with this kid.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
No, they have the ante in this one. Like I think the violence is more hardcore.
Violence is
deaths-
better.
the
Gore
deaths
is
is
better.
The
good.
deaths are
Yeah.
good. It has more deaths. The scene at the end in the factory is
Oh,
classic.
iconic. Everything in that whole thing.
Chucky goes through hell too. Like not just the kids and stuff,
Well,
but like
'cause he's
they
been
they
legs
fuck him
blown
up
off,
too.
Everything, and just like the way he's like
Acid,
the
hand.
crawling, like and
And
the
he
pop.
had the knife in his hand.
When you sent me that picture of the pop figure, I was like, it took me back to the movie. I was like, oh shit, that's right. Like he did, like he went through all that, and
Yeah.
that's
He
why I
chopped
was
off
like,
his leg.
I look, he kind of did want that pop figure, but I was broke status at the time. So I was just like,
You know what they also do? They put him in the machine where they put all the limbs all over
Oh
his
yeah,
body.
they,
Yes,
they,
I
like,
love
melt them
that
all
fucking
together.
scene, 'cause I'm just
it
like,
has classic
ugh.
scenes. It was really intense, and then when Kyle's almost at the end, and Andy gets her. Like it was intense as a kid watching it.
They go to the carnival or whatever, right?
That's
No,
the
that's the third one.
That's the third one. Shit, I
This one,
forgot it.
This
Damn.
one they stay in the. But that's
It's the
I
factory.
think that's really cool that you see the factory where they make the toys, and there's a bunch
Yeah.
of Chuckies, so you don't know.
Are you sure
what
that was
exactly-
in the second one?
No.
No, we'll get to the third one. I'll talk you through it. It's okay. Calm
Damn
down.
it, I'm confusing. Like I said, it's been a while since I've seen this, but I know the second one's the
But,
one I've
like-
seen the most. Like,
But I think that's why I like the voodoo part. I appreciated the voodoo part more in the second one because that's where they he becomes more human.
Oh,
So he
as
goes
time
through
goes
yeah.
by.
So as he's getting tortured in the factory and he's getting like his limbs ripped off and he's bleeding everywhere. That's why I was like, okay, this I appreciate the aspect now because it has this.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the film does. It's like, oh, it's so ridiculous out of the place. Let's just put it front and center.
True.
So I appreciate for that.
Yeah, and then we have his head blown off.
Yeah,
Like they kill him like 5 times, and until finally
he
it's
fucking
done.
died.
you know what it always makes me curious. It's just like, damn, like as much as Chucky goes through, like how the fuck does he keep coming back?
Yeah, because it's just
After
a toy.
each time, it's just like boom, boom, like. Because there's all sorts of dolls, like there's different copies, so it's just his soul can travel from one copy to another.
It's just
but
attached to that body. I guess.
I don't know.
It's just that one. Well, we'll get to that later in the
Yeah.
franchise, but Child's Play 3.
3, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I seen the least. So
So this is the one that it was rushed after the second one because the second one was so successful and it did better than the first one, I believe.
Ooh.
So this one came the year right after.
Oh yeah, it did. The second one opened at the number 1 in the box office.
Yeah, it made lots of money. Well deserved. So the
Yeah.
third one happened right after. So I think a lot of people thought of it as too soon, cash grab. What's that? Alex Vincent. He's not in it.
He's not
as
in
Andy.
it.
He's not
I don't
in
like
it.
the whole military aspect. I don't.
I don't
like
mind
that.
it.
I don't
it's,
like that.
It's you.
well, because
it's-
they remind me of Omen. Was it Omen 2? I think
He was in
When
the
he's in
military.
high
I
school?
don't
Yeah.
remember that.
I like it just because it's different. Like it's not what I like. I think what they Don Mancini said that he ran out of ideas or something, and he didn't know how to revamp or refresh the franchise after the second one. So and he was kind of pressured into it because, like I said, they just did it right after the second one. So I just think he just pulled whatever things he could
Yeah.
come up with.
Yeah, it was rushed, and even Brad Dourif said that that's his least favorite. But yeah, like I mean, Andy got really grown all of a sudden.
He got
Like
grown.
we
And there was a
didn't
new
have
little
time
kid.
to like digest it. I feel.
Yeah.
But like it has some cool scenes. Like I always remember the guy like jumping on top of the grenade.
And blowing up the nerdy guy.
The guy, the whole scene in the carnival is pretty cool.
My favorite is when the girl started putting makeup on Chucky. She puts the lipstick all over his face. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah, they
Does he
Yeah.
do anything?
Huh?
Probably the
Does
least
he
we've
do
ever
anything?
He's
seen.
all, he ends up he gives the what is it? Is it the barber a heart attack? No, it's
Oh, I saw that
the
one.
not the barber. It's what is it like the guy in charge of the military thing? He gives him a heart attack because he sees Chucky with all his makeup on his face and he has a heart attack. He's like, what?
That's funny.
Like,
And then he crushes a guy in the garbage truck.
yeah,
That
that's
was
one of the
pretty
first kills.
gruesome.
That's one of the kills.
It has some cool scenes,
Yeah,
but
some
like
decent
overall,
ones.
it's like the scene where he gets his like
His
head
face slashed
sliced.
off.
That was
That's
pretty
my
cool.
favorite. That's in the carnival. That's what you're thinking of. It's the carnival.
Okay.
Because he kidnaps the little kid,
Yeah.
and he goes, which is random. There's a carnival right next
Right
to the
next to the
military
military.
base.
Yeah.
But that whole thing was really cool. I
He
like
switches the bullets from fake to real, and
Yeah.
like there's a little massacre there.
that. Yeah, so they all shoot each other.
It has some like cool scenes, but like as a story, like a continuation of the
It's
second
forgettable.
one, it was whatever.
It wasn't cohesive. That's what it was. It wasn't as cohesive as the last two were, which were stronger entries than this one. Like I said, I don't mind this one. As the years go by, I didn't mind it as much, but at the
Yeah.
time, it was our least favorite.
It's just fun, yeah. And then like, how long did it take for us to get?
To Bride of Chucky,
Yeah.
it took us about, I think, 5 years? 93 to 95. No, 98, sorry.
98.
Yeah.
And the- and the third
Bride
one
and
was-
Chucky.
And the Bride of Chucky, oh,
That is the
91,
greatest-
so it was 7 years.
it was
that is
91?
the
Oh,
greatest
wow. Okay, 7 years. I stand corrected.
Revamp I've ever done seen. Just
Yes.
because, trust me, at my age, when I first saw that come back, I'm like, oh shit, that's from Child's Play. Everyone was talking about Bride of Chucky. All my friends at school, all my cousins, they were like, we gotta see Bride of Chucky. And I waited for home video at the time, but still. That was the fucking
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I just wanted
As
to...
soon as we heard Living Dead Girl going in the credits,
For me, it was
you
like
knew you were in
I had
something.
forgotten about Chucky by this time, and I was in
Yeah.
middle school, I think. And I didn't like they really wouldn't play a lot of commercials and stuff back then, or I wouldn't notice them at least. So I would see the bus things, and I saw Bride of Chucky, and I saw like that there was like a girl in it.
Oh, it's like
I
now
was
he
like,
has a wife.
oh hell
Yeah.
no,
That's-
Chucky's back. I was like, Mom, when does it come out? You're taking me,
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
We're going.
Yeah,
That's all I needed, just to know that there's another doll and and it's a girl. I was like,
I was
I'm there.
like,
I don't care what it
why?
is. I'm excited. I'm there for
At,
it.
at that time, I didn't know there was obviously a play on Bride of Frankenstein and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was just gonna be like a thing
Yeah.
like that. So I was just Bride. I was like, oh, he's getting married. Interesting. This doll's getting married. Cool. And then when I saw it, shit. From start to finish is like
It's just fun.
They
It's a
they
quick,
make it
simple
more
movie.
fun. Like yeah, they made it more cheesy and stuff this time. But like I didn't mind it at all.
But I think that
because
kind
they
of
still
rebranded
they
him.
still gave us the gore too.
Yeah, I feel like, but that movie kind of rebranded him as a fun.
Yeah.
Kind of like what they did with
Freddy.
With Freddy, exactly. They made him like fun. Like they made Chucky more fun, like just playful, but he's still like he'll fuck you up.
like when I thought of the old school Child's Play, it reminds me of kind of like the Evil Dead, where it's unintentionally funny. So they knew that like let's play it to our strengths.
Yeah.
Let's make it a bit of a comedy, but still have the horror element, and that's
Yeah,
what I
I
appreciate.
agree.
They never forget the horror element when they do a lot of comedy horror movies because they become cheesy and corny. And they forget that, hey, we're still a horror movie. You still had to deliver. Like, it wasn't scary, but it was still pretty thrilling. Like,
Yeah,
it was very
the kills
thrilling.
were amazing.
Yeah.
Hands
Kills
down.
were great. Like
They had a
the
little
best
Final
kills.
Destination moment there
Yeah.
with the gay guy. The fact that they had a gay
They,
guy.
they had a gay character. Yeah.
Two, wait,
Patricia
and-
Arquette? Or-
No, the
No.
the friend, the blonde friend, he was
that's right.
supposed to be gay, and then they had Alexis Arquette, but
Okay,
before
let's-
his
I said
transformation.
Patricia. My bad.
Yeah.
Patricia.
And
Before he
one of the
turned into
Arquettes.
Patricia, yeah.
One of the Arquettes, yes,
One
I
of the-
remember.
Alexis.
I don't know, like
Rest
that's when I first got introduced to Jennifer Tilly because I remember seeing her in Liar Liar, and then like I saw her here,
Oh, yeah.
in peace. I remember way
and I was
back.
just like, oh, okay, like Tiffany was
Tiffany Valentine.
Tiffany
Valentine.
goes down as probably one of the best horror
Horror
characters
characters, for sure.
because it's just the personalities there, like it's iconic,
It was
It instantly
spot
like
on.
this
instant icon.
instant icon from the first movie. She just and with obviously she resonated with the gays for some reason,
Yeah.
especially the bad gays because she was a
Yeah.
little rebel, but she was still like
She's a drag queen. I
a
loved
romantic. Hot.
She's a
there you
romantic
go.
artist.
She's a
She's a
drag.
drag-
that-
she's
I
a
never
bio
seen this before.
queen.
She's a drag queen. Like just
She, because you look at the makeover scene, she gets her hair done, she does her
Yeah.
nails, she does her makeup, and then she's smoking her cigarette
Oh, yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Such a drag moment.
Yes.
She's all into
Drag-
Martha
It was
Stewart.
a drag transformation, and she loves to bake.
Yeah. she
She
loves
loves to make,
love.
like-
She likes that
you know
Jade
what?
and Jesse.
She also likes to quote her mom a lot. She's a
The
like
mom,
she relates more to the mom, and I think gay boys we're like mama's
True.
boys a little
yeah,
bit.
of course, I agree.
That's reaching.
And
Yeah.
we like bad boys, and that's
Yeah.
what she attracts. She likes bad boys, but she likes bad guys who are worse than she is, because that's why she didn't fuck with that one
She
guy.
just has she has a little dark mind too for
yeah, dark twisted mind. I love
Dark
it.
Twist Man, and that's why like when her soul got transferred, like I was there for it. She's like, "Fuck, I'm a doll," and just
That's
it.
whole scene. First, okay, now let's go to the beginning, where she like brings him back, and she's like,
Yeah.
"What a crock." And then whatever, like the guy
Voodoo for
comes
Dummies.
saying that book is hilarious, and then Alexis Arquette is tied to the bed, and he's
Yeah.
like, "It's not what you do with it; it's the ocean of the ocean or whatever." And then he's trying to he kills her. His whole little like.
I love when he peeks into the
His
curtains.
eyes, yeah.
And
so they get mad at each other now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't last long, and he's trying to kill her now. Okay.
like one of my favorite things about this movie, and I don't know if you guys noticed, is the visuals.
Yes.
It's very visually a stunning, gorgeous movie, very colorful too. When I noticed,
The bubbles.
so one of my favorite things, which is when they're paying tribute to Bride of
Bride of
Frankenstein,
Frankenstein, yeah.
is when she's watching it, and then you see just Chucky just peeking through the curtains, like you
Mhm.
said. And I love that she's watching it. She's having an emotional moment.
And there's like a
before-
one tear.
Yeah, she's crying about it because she knows how that feels, so to speak.
And that's where the movie transitions.
And
to.
then when she's getting electrocuted, I love that Chucky's just like he's absorbing the bubbles and he's like playing with it a little
and
bit.
his laugh went really well with the way like
Yeah.
when the TV went in the bubbles
Into
and
the bubbles,
electrocuted,
yeah.
he's like like he's doing his laugh. It's like it went perfectly.
It's the
She's
bubbles
just
and the
like, boom.
electrocution
Yeah.
and everything.
Like, it's
And I
just
feel
so
like that's
cool
where his
looking.
sinister self comes out best. Because like in the Child's Play movies, it was more serious.
Yeah.
Here he's just laughing at you getting tortured,
yeah.
and it's a fun way of doing it.
I think
though.
it's because he knows her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's because he's like throwing a little
you're
more
dead,
shade,
bitch.
like bitch, exactly. But then he tries when he's getting ready to transfer the body. He says the same thing. He's like, "What a crock of shit."
Yeah.
And there's the little moments like that. I'm like, it's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And then she freaks out when she sees herself, and she does the makeover to make
Oh
herself
my
feel
god!
better.
I'm in a dog.
And that's like
It's
fun to
fucking
hear Blondie,
hilarious.
hearing Blondie's coming when she's getting ready.
Yeah.
I love that.
Music choice was great in that movie too.
That's one of
like,
the best soundtracks I have.
Mhm.
I love that soundtrack.
Like I said, when you hear "Living Dead Girl" onward, it's like great soundtrack. Even Katherine Heigl, which I didn't like at the time, was
She
That's
did
one
good
of her-
in
that was
it.
one of
Good
her
in it.
first movies, I think.
What does she say about this?
I don't think she said anything bad about it, honestly. I
She
don't
only
think so.
hated herself in
Valentine.
no,
Valentine. That's it. She hated Valentine,
Okay.
but she didn't say
I don't think
anything
she
about
said anything
Bride
negative
of
about this
Chucky.
movie.
No,
Good.
Because I'm like, there's nothing to say.
it's an opportunity, bitch. Why are you gonna be ungrateful? So
Not only that, if like, there's nothing to complain about. It has a strong female character. Two
Yeah.
of them, in fact, not just one.
Yeah,
There's two strong
two.
female characters with convictions. So I love that. So there's nothing she can say about this. Period.
I love the death in the waterbed.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And then the sex scene. I'm
that
all
was the
over
one
it.
thing my
It's so
friends all
stupid.
talked about in elementary school, like
Yeah, me
sex
too, me
scene,
too.
because this is the time I was in elementary school, but all my friends were talking about it. They're like, "Did you
They
see
had
Bride of Chucky
sex.
yet?" They're like, "You see the dolls fucking, and you heard the plastic." We're like, I was like, "Yeah, we heard it," but like, that was like just I don't know, just at the time, like
That's
I said.
funny.
I didn't say, since you mentioned that scene, Kathy Najimy's little cameo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, as the maid, like
yeah, she's just like
the
spraying.
rose. Oh my god, I love that.
It was
like,
so random, but I love seeing her in that.
It was
Yeah.
cool. It was really
It was
random.
like Peggy Hill. I was like, it was Peggy Hill walking in.
And then I remember John Ritter's kill was good.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
He's like, why does he look so familiar? It's Hellraiser.
With a little pinhead, and then that's when they start shanking him at the end.
And
That's some
then I
gruesome
mean, like,
stuff.
I love the when
Very bloody, yeah.
they both kidnapped, Katherine Heigl and her lover, and they start like
Jesse.
playing back and forth. They're like, "Oh, really? You're gonna like he's not gonna do the dishes and everything
Oh,
like
yeah, they
that."
start getting into
And you
his
slaved
head.
all over a day. Like that's
Over
how
a
they
kitchen.
turned it and everything. And she kind of did what Frankenstein did in Bride of Frankenstein, where she's like, "We belong dead." She's like, she kind of knew
That's true.
exactly. She kind of turned it where she's just like, "We can't do this."
And then Tiffany gets burned. Like,
she gets
Chucky
burned.
gets
In the first
burned in the
one.
first one.
Yeah,
And when burn Tiffany's scary.
Burn Tiffany is
did.
scary.
When she's in the fucking
Yeah, exactly.
And then their fight in the cemetery, that
Yeah.
shit was funny with her shovel. And I like everything, but then the end.
The end was, I mean, but come on.
I like
how
the
else would they?
ending.
They didn't know what kind of movie this. They didn't. Okay, I bet you they didn't bet on a sequel. They didn't know how good this was gonna be. So,
But then
that's
to
why,
end with that, if you don't know if there's a sequel, just end it better, I think, or a little more. I
like the
don't know.
baby thing. I don't know. I thought that was
The
pretty
baby was
fun.
already okay. How is she pregnant that fast? First of all, and second of all,
They're dolls.
why does he
That doesn't make
have?
sense.
But why does he have those teeth?
Huh?
That,
Why does he have demon
He had like the
teeth?
sharp teeth, and that's why everyone just like.
I mean, yeah, it's like a little like whatever.
I don't know. Like
They would have left it maybe with her stomach moving, maybe.
Yeah.
That would have ended cool.
Just
The
moving.
and then cut.
Yeah.
That could have been like a mid-credit scene or something.
Yeah.
Where, like,
because that
the middle
ending
of it-
was really talked about.
Or the where the blood explodes in the guy's face.
Yeah.
That would have
That's
been
it.
like
Like it was really talked about. They're like, what the fuck? Like, and I remember my friends were just like she had a baby. Like how? Like
And it
he
jumped.
in her,
It, like,
It
It
jumped.
I
It
know.
like fucking attacked her.
It was just fun, and that's why I'm like, okay, I think Seed of Chucky was just like they had so much success, they had to do something.
Was that rushed too? Like was that right
Seed
after?
of Chucky.
I feel like it
was. I don't think it was rushed. I just think that they carried too much with the comedy. That's where things fell apart because they forgot about the horror and it was more about the comedy. And
Yeah.
Don Mancini has said, Seed of Chucky was gonna be a comedy. He didn't say it was a horror or a horror comedy
I
or
consider it a
horror.
comedy.
It's just a flat out comedy. And when I heard that, I was very concerned.
Yeah. I'm
Because
surprised Busta Rhymes wasn't in it. They had Redman.
No, they had
Oh, it
Redman.
was 6
They
years.
had Redman.
They didn't even rush it. It was 6 years
no,
apart.
that's what I'm saying. They didn't rush it.
That's crazy.
But the fact that
so they made it intentionally.
I don't think they didn't. I don't think the studio wanted to pick it up. I don't think they wanted. I don't think nobody wanted to touch
there
it
was rumors that it was gonna go straight to
to
DVD,
video
I
or something.
think, right?
Yeah.
They should have.
Which it probably should have.
That one
In
should have.
retrospect.
Yeah.
Or
Because, I mean, but I like that it gave Jennifer Tilly a bit more of
Meaty role.
a little bit more of a meaty role because it's just more her.
But it was so...
It was so bad.
It was bad.
It was bad, but I still enjoyed it.
I
The
don't
one
enjoy
thing,
it at all.
the only positive thing I could say about it is the dolls look really good.
Yeah.
And
The
I
dolls look good.
I love Tiffany's makeover because
I
that's
don't
what
like it.
you didn't like the new Tiffany because that's what she wanted. Her concern, I think she said that the doll in Bride Chucky looked a little too old or
Really?
too.
I think it's... I think the
or too
first...
odd-looking.
With
The
the
first
staples
Tiffany...
and everything. I
No, the
love
first
the look.
Tiffany.
No,
Oh, the first
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Yeah.
A little bit,
Because
yeah.
they made her look a little bit younger. In Seed.
gave her a bob or stuff.
Yeah, they gave her like a bob.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Mm.
But Chucky looked good. He looked good
Yeah.
in
Now,
Bride and Seed.
I have my issue with Glenda.
Glenn and Glenda.
Glenn,
that
Glenda.
was awful.
I don't...
Like that was just bad. I was like,
Because it was like a gender neutral type of doll, and like I feel like they were playing with shit a little bit past their time.
yeah, they jumped the shark.
They jumped the ship a little bit on that one. And I'm just like, I get what they were trying to do, but
It just wasn't funny.
No, no,
it
It
wasn't
wasn't
funny.
humorous. The kills were meh. I didn't like the voice. I
Yeah.
didn't like the look.
Oh yeah, why was he British?
I don't know. And then the whole Japan thing, like, or then he said they showed that made in Japan. They would play like
Yeah.
Japanese like music and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Or I thought it was Japanese or British.
thought he
'cause,
was
like,
Japanese.
He
He
grew
thought
up
he
in
was
a
like, I'm Japanese.
circus or some shit like
Yeah,
that. Or,
fucking
I
Night
don't know.
Crawler. But it was just, like it was just not. It was just bad. Jennifer Tilly was the only thing that saved
Yeah.
it. That's about
Because
it.
I love it when she screams. She has a great horror scream,
And she played herself.
and she played herself. Which is, she does that really well. I think she does the comedy really well.
She was such a good sport because they made fun of a lot about her, like
Yeah.
being about like D-list kind of celebrity kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she rolled with the punches. She had a good sense of humor about it, and that's why I appreciate her a lot more for it. But yeah, Seed was bad. It killed the franchise.
Yeah, to me
A little bit, and then they go to what was it, Curse or Cult?
It is Curse.
Okay,
Curse or Chucky, which they go back
Now-
to form.
a
So
little
to speak.
bit, so to speak, because it was straight to because I didn't think much of it because it went straight to
DVD.
DVD, Blu-ray, whatever you're gonna call it.
Yeah.
I saw it on
Young
Netflix when
Yeah.
it was there, so I saw it on Netflix.
What'd you think?
It was slow for me, very
Yeah.
slow. I get what they were trying to do, and then after the fact, I learned it was Brad Dourif's daughter, so I was like, okay, cool.
She looks just
She's
like
just
her.
like him.
She does, yeah. And I don't know. As a movie, I wasn't entertained,
Yeah.
but I get what they were trying to do.
It is definitely missing the entertainment factor.
Mhm.
It's a little boring and it drags, but it's scary, I think. It's creepy. I like the setting.
It's
I like
creepy.
the
That's
feel
what-
of it.
yeah.
I think that's the saving grace of it. Because it doesn't even have a lot of kills, really.
Yeah,
No, I think that's what the whole purpose of this was, to turn the franchise around.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that was
Try
that was
to.
the one goal. It was like, okay, let's not do the comedy thing anymore. Let's show fans that we could go back to the first Child's Play movie, because
Yeah.
that's where it kind of goes. The thing for me that lost me is that they were skeptical of saying if it was a sequel, if it was a prequel, or what it was,
Reimagining.
or it was a
Yeah.
reimagining. And when I saw
But I
that-
think that was the point because of the
yeah,
twist, right?
that's why
Yeah.
they didn't want to say anything.
Cool.
And that's when I saw Chuck's design, I was like, he looks awful. The
Yeah.
design looks like shit. But I like that at the end it
Yeah.
reveals that it was
Just
just a
him
cover up.
covered
It was
up,
a cover
yeah.
up, and he still had the stitches underneath. I was like, yes.
And then the end scenes, the like extra
Which ones?
scenes
Uh-huh.
where you see Andy and he melts
Oh,
himself
yeah,
to
yeah.
Andy and stuff. That was
Yes.
pretty cool.
But that's pretty much it. There's not much to
There's
curse.
there's like a lesbian lover in there.
Yeah.
The nanny.
like that, like her death scene was okay. I think
was
she got
alright,
executed.
yeah.
My favorite scene is the dinner table when they're eating
Oh
the soup.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I like that because like
It was
he's gonna
intense.
he's gonna
I
bite
feel
it.
like with this movie, it tried to make it, like I said, back to Child's Play. But the thing is, because we were so used to Chucky being fun with Bride and Seed,
Yeah.
it didn't work.
It was
and I feel
missing that
people didn't
entertainment
It was
thing, yeah.
missing that entertainment.
It was
and people
missing
didn't
Jennifer
follow
Tilly.
it.
Yeah. That's
It
Well,
needed
when she
Tiffany.
came out at the end,
She did, but
Like,
no,
you
but I'm
know-
saying like we didn't know what to expect because she
Uh-huh.
wasn't in it. We didn't know it's like, is this a sequel? And they're talking about like the family history and
Yeah.
stuff. They're like, what is this story going? Like, who is it? Is it even the same timeline or
Yeah.
what's going on? And I think that was the issue that a lot of fans didn't know what to make of it. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is this?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you can't expect fans to follow it all the way to the end because some people they check out. They're like, "This is not my Chucky. This is not what I wanted. I'm bored.
Mm-hmm.
I'm annoyed. I don't like these people. Where is Tiffany?" they check out midway.
Yeah.
And they expect you to stay till the very end till everything is revealed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
So
when
it's just
it goes,
patience. It tests your patience.
it just says your patience. I feel like it's slow. It tried to revamp itself, but then when Colt comes around, I liked Colt. I'm not gonna lie, I did like it. It's just I didn't know where
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Cuckoo.
Yeah, it's kind of because it's like it
like
goes where
it's like Chucky on acid.
like Brad Dourif's daughter's in the mental asylum, and like the only thing I can remember about her specifically is like her getting fucked by another mental patient.
who has bipolarism or something like that?
Exactly. I'm just like
Multiple
she's,
personalities.
Yeah.
She's just like crazy over it, and then like all of a sudden she's in the hallway getting fucked. Like I'm just like, bitch, you're in a wheelchair. How you gonna
Yeah,
go to,
like she's damaged. That's
she's
how they're trying to
damaged.
tell
That's
us.
like like come on.
Does she even feel
Handicapped
anything?
people can have sex.
I'm sure
Calm
they.
down.
Well, I felt like because she was handicapped, she
Don't
didn't feel nothing.
discriminate.
She was trying to get something, but
she might not feel her legs. She can still feel her groin.
Right.
Yeah,
I
maybe
don't
so.
Let her
We
have
don't
her
know.
fun. Let her have her fun. Her family's dead.
Let her feel her looks.
But
I get where they were going with the cult thing because it's just that's where it kind of confused me. I think I need to rewatch it. I might need to go curse and cult onward, but
I hated Jennifer Tilly's portrayal. Like she looked bored. She
looked bored and underused. That was my issue.
Yeah, I didn't like her scenes at all.
okay, so I'm the only one who liked Cult of Chucky.
Yeah.
So my defending of this is that for her performance at least is that she's supposed to be quote unquote acting throughout the whole thing because
Okay,
she's
yeah,
pretending that she is a caring mother and that this little girl died and she had to deal with. So it's Tiffany pretending to be an actress.
Yes,
pretending to be an actress, and
I
she's
get it.
not an actress.
I get it.
She's terrible.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was intentional for all
Probably.
that. The
I
It
was
was so
confused.
cringy though.
It was, but that's the whole point. Like Tiffany, she wanted to be like famous
Yeah,
and
sure.
stardom,
Yeah.
but she's not an actress. So Tiffany had a purpose. I'm sorry, not Tiffany. Jennifer Tilly had to portray Tiffany as a
To be
bad
bad, yeah.
actress.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's why I wasn't bothered by her performance because I feel like it's Tiffany, not Jennifer Tilly.
But I feel like maybe that's where they weren't clear. They weren't.
They weren't
They
clear.
didn't know.
I get
They didn't
that.
know where they were going.
But that's
with
my
it.
interpretation for it,
Yeah.
which would make more sense because.
Yeah.
'Cause-
And I liked seeing Alex Vincent in it.
Oh, that was my favorite.
Like I like that he's back and he's doing his
He's
thing.
sexy. He's
Oh,
a sexy little
No,
bear.
honestly, he's a bear.
He's a bear. He's
Ugh.
short, but he's fucking fine.
If he's at Texas Frightmare next year, I'm down.
I'd be on that.
I'm down.
I'm down.
I'm down.
Is
Be
he gay?
No.
he doesn't have to be.
He has a good following. He has a good gay following though.
He has a good gay following.
Especially in
I'm
the bear community.
I'm mouse to mouth.
But what do you think about the kills? I remember the one chick got her head chopped off.
Yeah, where she's at the operating table. That's
yeah,
the one I
that
remember
was
most.
good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Wasn't there one lady with her titty or something? Did they
Something
get
like
did
that.
they get
I don't
like
know.
bitten off or something or nipple or something?
Yeah, he stuck his hand down her throat.
Yeah.
Was it
The one, she
But
kept
thing is,
thinking it was her baby.
My thing
Yeah.
was the multiple Chuckies is just like I get that's where the cult
Yeah,
factor comes in. It's just like, but why? Like
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't get it, and then that's where they kind of lost me. And I'm just
There's
like,
two
okay.
Tiffany's now. There's multiple Chuckies. I like the Chucky head that Andy had. In his
that was great. It was freaking.
No, because I
hilarious.
think that was genius, but it's just like, okay, are you trying to say there's multiple souls trapped in?
No,
And these
No,
fucking
he
big
just
guy
can
dolls?
transfer it to different.
it's
No,
one soul
Like I
controlling.
said, that's where they confuse me.
Yeah,
like,
it's
and
one soul controlling all.
the one
an
redeeming
army.
thing about the movie was the end credit scene.
with Kyle.
With Kyle.
Kyle comes back in, but the thing is, like, after that and after thinking about it, I feel like this is more like a fan film, like
Yeah.
a cheap ass fan film.
I personally, I think it was Don Mancini trying to be artistic with it, him trying to prove himself as a director because
Yeah.
it was more visuals and stuff than anything. That's what
I
I
don't know
feel.
about that.
He tried to
I
go
feel-
too deep into like
It was an artsy movie. It was an
Aronofsky's
artsy, yeah,
territory.
Yeah, I don't
Try to
know
be
about that. I
atmospheric
don't know about artsy.
with
It's
the.
just-
He
I
tried.
feel like
he tried.
I
He
feel like
tried,
he tried
he
to
tried.
appease everybody. That's why it's like when I saw Kyle at the end, and I see
But it's a nice way to bring all the franchises into one film again.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying for the next one, if there is a next one, I want it all to come full circle. I
Well-
want Tiffany, I want Alex, I want Kyle. Like I want all of them, but like as a concise horror.
Well, they're having the TV show, so I don't know.
And that's what brings me to the future. I have no idea where the fuck they're going with the future. Because Don keeps saying about the TV show. I can't see this as a TV show. I cannot.
No.
What are they gonna do?
I don't see it.
Not even as a Netflix series. Like, what are
Like,
they gonna do as a
with the language, the gore? I just don't know how the
if they're trying to
transfer
be like
TV.
a Ash versus Evil Dead. Maybe, but I don't see it as Child's Play. I don't see it as a Chucky series. I can see him doing multiple movies, but I can't see like a series. I just don't know where would they even go after this, after Cult. Like, if you're gonna follow it up.
I feel like instead of this TV show, they should have just done one more movie, wrap it up, and that's why
I would.
I'm not mad about the remake. Like I don't see a point of it, but I can understand the point of view for the people who are excited because it is going to be back in theaters.
I don't think anybody's excited, but they're like, okay, well, let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Because
But
I don't think anybody has hype.
But my thing is, why? Why? Like,
I don't know. It came out of nowhere too.
It came out of nowhere where the studio was like, we're gonna remake it,
and
like,
they already
why?
had like a picture of him.
Yeah.
So
Like, but-
it's
but,
been
like,
planned
why?
for a while,
Even-
but it's yeah.
Like, I guess I know Don has the rights to the story, right? Or
I don't know.
No, he has rights for all the movies except for the first one because the first one was MGM. All the other ones were Universal.
So Child's
That's why
2 on.
I don't
onward.
even remember the DVD box set. That's why they didn't have the first Child's Play. It's only Child's Play 2 to Bride of Chucky. Because the first one, it was a completely different studio, so they didn't have the rights for it. So they weren't allowed to do it.
So that's why MGM's doing the new one.
That's why they had the rights
But
for
my
Child's
thing
Play
is, like,
1.
I feel like they're kind of setting themselves up for failure.
Yeah.
Just because.
Because who asked you to make another one?
Who asked you to make another one?
Especially like considering that Chucky has a foul mouth. That
And
they're not-
considering that they're like it's at the same time like they're trying to make the TV show and do a reboot. Like how is that gonna work?
Exactly.
Two
that's
timelines
why-
at the same time.
It's 2 timelines, 2 different storylines. It's like you're gonna confuse fans, and they're not gonna know which way to go.
Yeah.
They know which way they're gonna go. They're gonna go with freaking Brad Dourif.
And Don Mancini, exactly. And that's honestly who I'd go with.
I'd follow them honestly because
I
I
would.
want to see more Tiffany.
Exactly.
I wanna see more Andy, and I
If
wanna see
Don
more
can
Kyle.
somehow make this a TV series, I'd be down. If he can give it a concise story and make it like appealing, cool, I'm there. It's just this remake. And don't get me wrong, I love Aubrey Plaza, but other than that,
I don't
she's
see
not.
her,
I don't think.
yeah.
I don't see her as a
she's
mom.
not-
I don't see her
I don't see her as a mom. I see her
as
as Kyle.
a teenager.
I see her as a Kyle, but
mom,
not
a
as a
teenager.
mom.
Maybe as a Kyle.
Maybe as a Kyle, but I don't see her as a
Social
mom.
worker, I don't know.
Because
She's too crazy.
But
No.
she's too old to be like
No, because
like
she has the mom's name, and then
true.
and then the kid's name is also Andy.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
the story it says
lost
it.
me already,
It
dude.
says that she's finding a toy for her son, but the little boy, he's a teenager. He's a preteen. He's like 11, 12 years old. When original Andy, I think he was like 5
Yeah.
or 6 years
6 or
old,
7.
which
Yeah,
is
he was
more
young.
understanding. But they're like, oh, it's advanced.
Yeah, I don't
it
see
has
Aubrey as a mom.
Wi-Fi, and it has it can record your voices, kind of like Ghostface. It has sensors in cameras.
No,
It has night vision.
They're doing too much.
And what was the other thing? Oh, it speaks Spanish, which I think that's why they said it's very popular in Mexico or
Maybe,
Latin
yeah,
countries. So
yeah.
I think that's why they're gonna have a Spanish-speaking Chucky.
But
But also, there's gonna be more than one Chucky.
They're just gonna show us a bunch of stuff that he can do probably.
Yeah, like I can understand. I feel like
I don't know, dude.
it's a lot of
Like I
advances.
said, to begin with, I can't see Aubrey as a mom. I feel like she would be too mean. just the way she looks, she has a bitch face.
she has a
like,
resting bitch face.
She has a resting bitch face, and that's why I'm saying I could see her as like a Kyle, like a babysitter, or like even
They
just
should
as a
have
big
just done
sister.
that. I feel like they should have just done that. Kept
But-
either a foster mom or like a sister or an aunt or something. I just don't see her as a mom for.
Well, like I said, what's the
Okay,
need
as a
to?
caring person.
What's the need to?
as a person, period.
I still don't see the need to reboot it.
No.
Why reboot it
Money.
in the first place?
It's
I know
just money.
money, but it's just like I feel like they're gonna lose more, just because
Yeah.
it's not gonna. It's
That's
not
their
appealing,
fault. It's their
especially when
fault.
there's already an existing franchise. I mean, Colt isn't that old. It's only about 2 years old.
Yeah.
But then again, like it's divided because you also have fans who don't like this new direction.
Yeah.
They don't like the multiple.
But I feel like that's a
Chuckies.
small portion, though.
Well,
Listen,
you
people
don't
are gonna
know.
watch it. Honestly, I'm gonna watch it. So
I'll watch it on video on demand.
You're gonna watch it on freaking
He's gonna
Put Locker 1, 2, 3.
oh my
you know,
god,
he's gonna get the bootleg.
on your streaming. At the barbershop,
Like,
you're
I
gonna
feel-
get it.
I think it's gonna have a small little hype, but I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. And
No.
It can surprise us. It can be like, oh shit, this shit was fun. It was good, you know?
people
We don't know.
they'll probably be in denial about it.
What you gonna do?
What
What you gonna do about it?
Maybe.
But
You
we'll
got it.
see what happens with Buddy or Chucky. I don't know why they still calling him Chucky.
I don't know. Because
Buddy.
Buddy is the
brand.
The brand. So they, like,
I
all
want a
of them
buddy
have
doll.
different names.
See, I don't even like the name.
'Cause
I don't like the
origin-
name
I
Buddy.
Well, that was the original name anyway.
I know.
No, it was
Oh.
his original name was Tommy.
No, but it was a Buddy doll.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
I want
the
a buddy
company.
doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want a buddy doll. I don't.
It's like Cabbage Patch, and they all have different names.
Yeah.
Buddy's like the Cabbage Patch.
Yeah,
They all have different.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
want My Little Pony.
But they said that this doll's specific name is Chucky.
Okay.
But it
I'm
doesn't
down.
make sense. He's not Charles Lee Ray, but whatever. As I said, Tommy would have been better.
Well, we'll see what happens.
So
guys.
we'll see.
Well, is there a doll you've always wanted? I just wanted to ask that question. Is there a doll you've always wanted?
What
I
do
know.
you
I
mean?
may, I don't. I may have asked.
Like
this in the
any
beginning.
kind of doll.
Like any kind of doll. Like it doesn't have to be a specific thing. Like
Only
this
doll I
is something you
want is
wanted.
the freaking Catwoman from Batman Returns. I don't know if you've
Ooh.
seen it. Have you not seen it?
No, is it? Is there an
Like a
figure?
bar-
It's
No.
it's like I think it's like an 18-inch figure, and it comes
Mhm.
with the whip and everything, and it has like multiple heads, and one of the heads has Michelle Pfeiffer's hair sticking out, like towards the, you know when she falls,
I
her
would
hair
love
sticking
that.
out,
That's cute.
and it looks really realistic. And a lot of my friends have it, so that's one doll I really really want. It's like $200.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is there a toy doll that you've always wanted?
I
even
was
as a
think- no, I
kid?
was thinking about it. No, not really.
No?
No.
I've always wanted a I think the one thing I always wanted was like a wolf because I was into like X-Men.
Mhm.
I wanted a Wolverine action figure.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I had one or two, but like I wanted like a specific one where it was like from the arcade machine, the brown and the yellow.
Okay. Okay.
The brown and the yellow, they had an
Maroon.
action
Yeah.
figure and there was a brown and I always wanted the Power Rangers figures.
Mm.
I never got the Power Rangers figures, and I was so mad. I never got the because Red Ranger and Blue Ranger was my favorite.
Blue Ranger
because
all
I
the
was
way.
gay. But I always wanted those figures, and then like I had an opportunity to get the back in the days like they had a Marvel vs. Capcom figures, so you get
Oh
two.
yeah, I had those.
I
I
wanted
have
the
Candy.
Wolverine and Juggernaut figure, and I never got it. I always
Aw.
asked for it.
Mm.
KB back then when KB Toys was a thing.
Yeah.
KB Toys. They had freaking Wolverine and Juggernaut as a Marvel vs. Capcom figure. I asked for it for Christmas. I never got it. I was so mad.
Aw.
I know. That was the one toy I never got.
I'd say that was also the best Rogue figure I've seen.
Yes,
Which one?
they had
Oh, yeah.
Rogue. They
Best
had
Rogue.
Rogue versus
Because she looked
someone from
anime
Capcom.
looking.
They
There's-
had Rogue versus somebody.
Chun-Li.
No, it was
Chun-Li or Cammy?
It was Cammy.
It was
think.
Cammy,
'Cause
yeah,
I have
Rogue and
I had,
Cammy.
I have Cammy. I had Ken, and then I had I have Morgan.
Mm.
Ooh.
I had Rogue. I had I think was it Gambit? I think I had. I don't even remember.
I could probably find that Wolverine and Juggernaut on eBay, but I'm not paying that price. So. But yeah, that's
Christmas
one.
around the corner.
I know, but that was the. I wish, but that's the one toy I always wanted, never got. And if my Wolverine came to life and killed me, I'll be like, slay me.
You do? Do you have any?
'Cause it was so-
No, you already, no, I can't think of any.
No.
Actually, I thought of another one. I wanted the new. I don't know if you guys seen it, the Chucky replica doll. That's like $500 right now.
Oh yeah.
When I
If I could get like an original Chucky doll for sure.
Yeah.
that's one of them I want. I almost came close to buying it too, but Edison called me. He's like, "Don't do it, don't do it." I was like, "I want to have the money." He's like, "Don't do it, don't do it."
I don't know.
But I
Is
did
money,
it, but-
money well spent, or is it your money you're gonna regret? That's the thing.
It's a cuddle buddy.
All right, guys. Well,
All
thank
right,
you
we're
for
signing off.
listening.
Thank you for
All right.
listening.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.